Good afternoon, Miss Van. Mabuhay. I am Carla May Aying and we are Group 2. And we'll be tackling about the values from Chapter 4. And we have our learning objectives. These are, firstly, is understand the importance of values in our life. Second is differentiate the value attributes and value system. Third is identify the different sources of values. And lastly, we have classify the two types of values and its 10 basic values.
Good day, Miss Van. My name is Jinshin Baldesma. I'm from BSHM 1C, and today I will tackle about what is values. So, what is values? Values represent basic conviction that is specific mode or conduct or end state of existence. It's a personally or socially preparable to an opposite or converged mode of conduct or end state of existence. Value is a judgmental element of what is right, good, or desirable. When we think our values, we think of what is important as in our lives: security, independence, wisdom, success, kindness, and pressure. Each of us hold numerous values with a varying degrees of importance. A particular values may be very important to one person but unimportant to another. So, values, there are things that we think are important, good, or desirable. For example, some people might value honesty, kindness, or success, while others might value independence or family. Values help us to make decisions about what we think is right or wrong, and they influence our action and goals. Everyone has their own set of values, and they can be different from person to person. For one person, having a lot of money might be very important, while for someone else, spending time with family might matter more. In a simple term, values are things that we care about the most and believe are worth striving for in life.
Good day, everyone, and good day to you, Ms. Van. My name is Nada Marie M. Ariola from PSHM1C, and I will be reporting the difference between value attributes and value system. So first of all, let's tackle what the meaning of attributes is. So attributes means character, characteristic, or something that you describe someone or something. So characteristics, it can either be physical characteristics or personality characteristics. So now we have value attributes. So value attributes have both content and intensity attributes. So ang content attributes means that a mode of conduct is important. So when we say mode of conduct, so ang atong actions is important ay then ang kaning intensity attributes specifies how important it is. So if ang content attributes is our actions, atong actions is important, ang kaning intensity attribute, it means how important is our actions. So kanang si family A. So moving on to value system. So values are considered subjective and can vary across people and culture. So what do we mean when we say subjective? Subjective means kanang you are basing on your own experiences, your own opinions. And the opposite of subjective is objective, meaning you base things on facts, figures, and database. So, na siya. So, value system is considered as subjective. So, it can be described as a hierarchy based on a ranking of an individual's values. So, when we say value system, as from the word system, more siya hierarchy sa imuhang values. Unsay mas pinaka-higher nimo na values, unsay pinaka-lower nimo na values. For example, you value honesty more than loyalty. You value kanang integrity over kanang resilience na ba. So that's them. You have a hierarchy of your values from the most important from the least important sa imo. That will be all. Thank you.
Hello again, Miss Van. I'm Carla May and I'll be tackling importance of values. So first is, values lay the foundation of understanding of attitudes and motivations because they influence our perception. So because values are really important because values help us, values shapes how we interpret and understand the world around us. Values, it helps us guide our actions and our decisions in life. For instance, if the person values honesty, they're likely to perceive situations that involve dishonesty as negative. And second, individuals enter organizations with notion of what is right and wrong, which they use to interpret behaviors or outcomes. Every individual has a unique set of values shaped by our experiences, our culture, and when they enter an organization, when they join an organizations, they carry these values with them. Just for example, like I joined an organization and like dance troupe, and our family culture is every time we eat, we don't actually clean our areas or our thing first or alone until everyone is not done eating. And as part of my values from our family culture, I'd likely to apply that values in our organization. And lastly, values are really important because values generally influence our attitudes and behaviors. Values not only influencing one aspect, but all aspect in our life.
Good morning, Mom. My name is Ben Ronil B. Bano. So I'll be talking about the 10 different sources of values and refers to the influence that shapes our beliefs and principles. So family, teachings and behaviors. Individual, a lesson of what we experience to our lives. Culture, religion, like spiritual beliefs. Friends, like how they manage to help us through our problems. Economics talks about our economy, what's happening. Environment, how we protect our surroundings. Media, this talks about our social media life. Geography talks about this also talks about our surroundings, of what's happening to our surroundings. And lastly, school. This help us to teach about our lessons of how we manage to get through our life. And that's all for me. Thank you.
So I am Janelle Baguio, and today I'm gonna report about the two types of values. So the first one is terminal values. Terminal values are the end states of existence that the person would like to achieve during his or her lifetime. So it means it's the end. You already achieve your goals during your existence here in the world. You achieve the world peace, freedom, and equality that you are aiming. So number 2, instrumental values. These are the values of achieving one's terminal values. These are the step-by-step process in order for you to achieve your terminal value, like courage, honesty, and hard work. That's all for me. Thank you.
James Bond, I'm Michelle Isberdin. I will tackle about the 10 values. First is stimulation and excitement, novelty, and challenge in life. The basic values of stimulation on excitement, novelty, and challenge in life are essential for personal growth, well-being, and for over-fulfillment. Next is self-direction. Self-direction is centered around the personal autonomy, responsibility, and proactive decision making. Next is achievement personal success through demonstrating competence according to social standards. Is centered around our ability to establish goals, standards, and expectations while one abilities and skills. Next is hedonism. Hedonism is a philosophical and ethical view that emphasizes the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain as the highest good. The last one is the basic values of security, safety, and harmony and stability and the context of society, relationship, and oneself centered around the importance of maintaining a peaceful, predictable, and protective environment.
Good afternoon, Miss. My name is Ron Mark S. Berdin. So, one of the 10 basic values is traditional. This talks about respect, commitment, and acceptance of the customs and ideas that traditional culture or religion provide the self. So, the seventh one is conformity. Restraint of actions, inclinations, and impulses likely to upset or harm others and violate social expectations or norms. So the eighth one is universalism. Understanding, appreciation, tolerance, and protection for the welfare of all people and for the nature. So the ninth one is benevolence. Preserving and enhancing the welfare of those with who once in a frequent personal contact. So the 10th one is power. Social status and prestige, control or dominance over people and resources.